you know that in the Midwest, that a 3 to 5 year old child costs approximately $8,336 a year? The average income here is $36,800 a year. That's about a fourth of a single income. So kids are expensive. And when I had my firstborn, I had lots of fun. I was making some decent money, and I was able to shop at Janie and Jack, Baby Gap, and bought his bedding and Lauren Alexander, which he never used. Some bed. And I just had a lot of fun. And then I came across a mailer that had some ideas about consigning, and I thought, well, I've got good stuff. I'm going to sell my stuff. So I went ahead to the website and prepared all my items as instructed, and then took it to the hotel where they were hosting the event. And I walked in, and it was just filled with stuff. I was like, holy cow, there's tons of stuff in here. And I was greeted with some volunteers that went through all of my items, and then they had me put it away where they belonged. Then I went home, and after the sale started, I logged into my account and was able to see what items were selling of mine and for how much. And at the end of the event, I chose to go ahead and pick up my unsold items, and a few days later, I received a check in the mail. And I thought, this is great, this is easy, I made some good money doing this, and some other families were able to use some of my kids' old stuff. So I thought, this is great. Well, then I decided to volunteer at a couple of these events, and I thought, this is easy, I can do this, so I decided to start my own sale. When I decided that, I thought, well, this is easy, but there's a lot entailed in it. And I thought, I need a business partner. And so after talking to my mom that has retired, she decided to be my business partner. So last year we started Merry Go Round for Kids, seasonal kids consignment sale. And what's great about it is that, once you decide that you are okay with buying used items and saving money, then it's kind of like buying your first used car. You're like, okay, I can do this, it's not a big deal. And again, you're saving money because whenever you're talking about kids, there's so much to spend money on. I just decided they really don't care whether they have, name brand clothing or the new name brand clothing like I do. But at the same time, it's like there's so many different things to spend money on. You can make memories, you can, give them life experiences, and I just decided that that was more important. Now, with that said, before I started the sale, I went to different venues. I went to places like Goodwill and a thrift store. And whenever I walked in there, and this is just me, but there was just kind of an aroma that was not, that wasn't very pleasant. And then it was just kind of depressing. And I was like, yeah, this is not for me. But the kids' consignment sales are fun. Moms were excited to get there and see what the local community has for them. And they're just on a mission. They have fun, they're on a mission. So when we started the sale, it was great because whenever you look at the aspects of it, you save 50 to 90% off retail. The consignor gets 70% commission at seasonal sales versus the storefronts that get 30% commission. And it's very quick. It's an event that lasts 2.5 days typically. And so that it's in and out. And as a consignor, whenever you're getting rid of your kids' items, it's like, you can either donate it, which is great, or you can sell it and make money back so that you can shop. It's almost like shopping for free because you're going in and making the money, and then you're saving a bunch of money on top of that. So I had one consignor that posted on the Facebook page during the sale, which was fantastic. She said, great, I just made back all the money I just spent. I was like, thank you for posting that, that's wonderful. That's a good testimonial. So, and then we also have volunteers. There's a lot that goes on behind the scenes with the sales. My mom and I are just 2 people, and so that's one person for the cash register and one person to be scanning. And then we've got to have people to cover the floor and to help organize things, stage things, and we rely on volunteers. And volunteers are great because they're not anyone paid with taxes and stuff. You don't have to deal with that. And they get excited because they are making $10 what we call merry-go-round bucks, so they can shop too and get some free things basically. Then the shoppers are having a great time finding their good deals that are 50 to 90% off retail and sharing it with their friends. And a lot of the stuff, people bring in, and I'm sure that you guys have, you can attend to this, there are some new things in there, because there a lot of times whenever kids are infants and toddlers, you get all these clothes from different people or toys, and they never use them, or very little. And so those are put in the sale, and so it's like getting new things at a great discount rate. Now, whenever you go to a sale, I would encourage you to make a checklist, because oftentimes you make mistakes whenever you're just all hyped up and excited and want to get the best deals. So you want to prepare. So make a shopping list, inventory what you have, and decide on things you might need. You don't want to end up with 15 pairs of pants and only 3 shirts, which I have done numerous times. I go to a sale and look at the racks, I'm like, oh, these are cute, and then I get them home like, well, now I have to go out and buy something to match these. And then make sure the clothing will match that, and then decide on your budget beforehand. It really ruins the excitement whenever you get home, whenever you completely break your budget, you're like, oh great, well, I've got to, not spend so much money next time. Then remember that sizes vary. So you want to make sure that the child wears a specific size of the different brands. And you can do that by cutting a piece of string, hold it up to your child's arm, cut the string of how the length, and then plus with the pant leg. And you don't want to bring children. Children are okay to bring, but I know my own. You're not supposed to play on the toys because they're other people's things. And so whenever I bring my children, it's like chaos because they're screaming and yelling, I want to play, and you're like, get off. So it's better just to not bring them. And at the beginning of sale, there is a pre-sale event, and you know the pre-sale event if you're on if you receive a flyer or on the Facebook page or an email or the text message list. And so that's the way to attend the pre-sale event. And the pre-sale event, you just get everything that you need right then. At the best, all the merchandise is there. Then at the end of the sale, it's 50% off if the consignor chooses for it to be 50% off. And that's a good time to go too. So I encourage you to go twice, 2 different times during the sale. And so if you're interested in consigning, visit merrygoroundforkids.com, and thank you.